So it started.
So I'm marking question 1 as true because we're just doing this all together and I'm ignoring the directions to mark it false the first time we take it.
Same.
All right. I'm probably going to put it in twice.
Yeah, anyway.
The other ones. I'm trying to find my quiz now. It disappeared. Oh, here it is. Okay.
I know.
All right. Who wants to start with the first? We'll just do 4 at a time. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
Okay, so which of the following variables are categorical? I think a randomly selected brand of toothpaste at a convenience store.
Yep.
I think so as well.
Same.
Okay. Do you want me to answer 4?
You can answer 3 of them. Then we can keep track.
No, it doesn't matter. Okay. The mean IQ test score in the United States is 100. The 20 randomly selected statistics students took an IQ test, and the mean of their scores was 112. Which of the following statements is true? I researched this. I think 100 is a parameter and 112 is a statistic.
That's right.
Okay. Number 4.
But you said 100 was the parameter?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. That's why I understood.
That kind of confused me. So it's like the one that's over the whole, like.
A parameter describes a population. A statistic is an estimate obtained from a sample.
Mm-hmm.
That's the definition of the 2.
Okay.
So the 112 is a statistic is the correct answer on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's both of them. 112 is statistic and 100 is parameter. You should have both checked.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because it says, well, if you're saying that the parameter is what?
100?
100 is a parameter because that's the population.
A parameter is true, but usually unknown number that describes a population. That number doesn't describe the population.
The 100?
Yeah, a parameter is a true, but usually unknown number that describes a population.
I think that's the parameter because it does describe a whole population. It's describing the.
It says it's usually unknown. We happen to know it here, but it's usually unknown because you usually are just going off of a sample. But here it tells us the answer of what the population is. You can put a star on that, and then we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. That answer.
Okay.
For question 3, I'll put a little star on it too, just to see.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Or sorry.
Okay, then.
Okay, but.
No. Question 4. Roseanne City has 4 district neighborhoods. The property values are very similar within each neighborhood, but they vary considerably from neighborhood to neighborhood. One neighborhood has very low property values and another has extremely high property values. Taxes are usually roughly proportional to the property values. What type of sample should we collect to gauge the residents' responses to a proposed increase in property taxes? I think a stratified sample.
Yep, stratified, yep.
I think so too.
Okay, then question 5.
Wait, why wouldn't it just be simple random?
Because the problem with the simple random sample, because I thought so originally too, Charity, the problem with the simple random sample is that you could end up randomly picking most of the people in the lower property values, the higher property values. But as with the stratified sample, we divide them into their 2 values first. We have the low and then the high, and then we take a simple random value from each of those groups. So I think that gives us a more even.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Then question 5, when design experiments are conducted in a public school systems, researchers typically choose a particular district and randomly select teachers of, say, 4th grade students in that district. The experiment is then conducted using all the students in the select classes. Which type of sample I don't know the word. Is implemented? I think a cluster sample.
Yep. That's what I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All
we
right, I'll
divide this by, okay, go.
Oh, I can take the next 4. Question 6, at the school fundraiser, the name of every person who attends it is put into a drawing, and that's going to be the simple random sample, like drawing things out of a hat.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 7, a special interest group is conducting a survey to adequately gauge the options on both sides. They took a list of Democrats and Republicans and selected a simple random sample of 100 people. What kind of sample is that? That's going to be the stratified sample.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, and then the next one says a survey is taken of the purchase of Crossroads using the software calculate the mean of the amount spent. I put the mean is, so I'll round to 2 decimals. It's 4.771. Is that what you guys got?
Yeah, I got the same.
Go back and look real quick. Yeah, I got 4.771.
Okay, and then the other part says, or question 9 says, well, where's standard deviation? I thought I had to calculate both. That's not. Using, oh, that's question 9. Calculate the standard deviation of the amount spent, and I put 1.912.
Yeah, I got that.
Me as well.
Okay, so put that. And then we can do 10. Says start by creating a histogram
What
of
did
the
you
amount.
get for the standard deviation?
Sorry, what?
What did you get for the standard deviation?
Oh, 1.912.
Okay, that's right on.
Okay, this one says true or false. I created a histogram. Oh, true.
I did. True.
All right, Charity, you want to do the next 4?
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys want me to read the whole description of the charts, or do you care?
No, go ahead.
Read it or no? Or just go to the question?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Let's just go cruise on down to the question.
What is the value of the number that goes in the position marked with an A in the table above? I did. So I said negative 0.15.
Yeah,
That's what I had as well.
yeah.
That's what I had.
Yeah, I was
0.
concerned with the negative, but do we put the negative there?
So,
Yes.
since it doesn't say not to, it doesn't want it. And then, what is the value of the number that goes in the position marked B? I put negative 0.027.
No,
I got something different, so I want to hear
Me too.
some other answers.
I got
I just went decided I
0.681.
was doing it right.
Yeah, I got 0.681 as well.
Am I just supposed to
So did I.
or is there another?
You're supposed to square it. So you're supposed to take the 37.25 minus the mean, which is the 38.075, and then you get a negative 0.825, and then you need to square that so it is
Square.
not negative.
So
And that's where we
negative-
get the 0.681.
So the. Oh, okay. I know what I did wrong. I did the first number instead of the second number. Okay. 25 minus. What was the mean again? 38 point what?
38.075.
0.75. What was that? I'm gonna square that so it's okay. 0.681.
Okay.
What quantity is equal to the sum of the numbers in the square deviations column? Is that the variance?
Yes, I agree with that.
Why? I thought none of those were correct because variance is the square of the standard deviation. So why is the variance?
What?
just from my notes, that's what I wrote down on the bottom, is that that's what when we did those tables back in that set, it did say that was the variance. But I'm curious now.
Yeah, I think I
This is the
read
one
it
he
in one
wouldn't
of
answer either. I don't know if you guys watched his video. He refused to answer this one. This question, he wouldn't answer it.
I thought this is where everything adds up to 1.
It's not though, because if I went ahead and did all the numbers, and the number adds up to 1.511 is what it adds up to.
Oh.
And if you go put all those numbers into that quantitative descriptive data, the variance is 0.5. So there's this 1 that gets added in there. So in some ways, I agree with Monica that it's none of these. But when I took my notes from those tables, I did put down it's the sum of the population variance. So it makes me think that it's the variance. But it's not specifying the population variance, so I'm confused.
Well, I put none of these are correct, but I did it wrong getting that answer.
And I went ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and put the variance, and then I'll submit it, and we'll see what we do, how we do.
You're gonna put
I'll put the variance.
Oh. Because you got 1.0511?
1.511 was the, if I added all those up together. And I just think, because from what I wrote on my notes, it's to say that it says it's the variance, but I'm not 100% sure if it's correct or not. I think this is the one that I just don't know.
Huh. All right.
Okay. What is the standard deviation of these temperatures? I got 0.715.
Yes.
Yes.
Under certain conditions.
Oh. Go ahead, Charity. You want to do that? You can do that one.
Okay. Under certain conditions, the standard deviation can be negative. Is that true?
That is,
I think it's false.
that is false. That's why they had to square it in that last part.
Okay, that's what I thought. Didn't know for sure.
Yeah, I put false as well.
Okay, so down to question 16. I'm not going to read they're checking out different people. They want to know which location resulted in the most consistent temperature measurements from one seal to another. I picked extradural because the standard deviation is the smallest.
Me too, but I don't know. But the sample size is smaller. But I also picked extradural, but I don't know if I'm right.
Yeah, it has a small standard deviation. So
Yeah, that means the data is closer.
And none of them have a big sampling size, so I don't think that the law of large numbers applies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, down. Now we're doing the box plot. Do you guys remember these? I was like, oh crap, I totally forgot about box plots. What is the third quartile? Q3. And I answered Q3. Q3. The third quartile was
what do you mean? This is question 17.
I jumped down.
Give the 5-number summary of this data. Oh, so I see. It's just asking us what the third quartile is. That's easy.
It's not 6. Isn't the third quartile just the median?
No, there's a minimum first quartile, the medium, the third should be
8. Yeah.
8.
I agree.
Now, what is the max? I was just curious. Is the max 12 or is it 16? Do you see that little thing at the end?
I wrote max
No.
as
Yeah,
Sorry, say that again, Keely.
I wrote the max as 12 because that's where they draw that line at.
Yeah, I think it's so.
Okay. I was just curious because I couldn't remember. Let me make sure I wrote that on my notes right, though, for the test. Yeah, that's what I put for that. What I thought was
Okay.
All right, are you back to?
I don't still
are
me.
you back to Monica yet?
Nope, still me.
Okay.
It says what percentage of the data lies between 4 hours and 8 hours? Note, list the number as a percent and not a decimal, and don't include the percent sign. Example, 66%, then put it in 66. I believe it's going to be 50% because Q1 is 25% and Q3 is our 75%, so it should be 50% of the data.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, I thought the same, but then yeah, I just want to understand. Then watching the numbers, I realized that it's 40%, but I know that the 50 is 25 and 75, so it could be 50, but I'm not sure.
It should be 50 because 75 minus 25 is 50.
Okay, so it doesn't matter the numbers, the real numbers that are written in the box form?
No.
That's my concern. Okay.
Of course, we'll find out when we submit it, right?
Yeah. Okay, an observation. This one was so difficult. I'm glad he explained it. An observation, now I understand it, but an observation from a normally distributed population is considered unusual if it is more than 2 standard deviations. And that was the key to this, was the 2 standard deviations. Going down to question 19, I'm skipping reading the rest. Estimate the mean of the measured nitrate concentrate in the Rexford drinking water. And what did you guys get?
2.055.
Yeah, I have that, but I'm not sure. Is that the answer? 2.1055?
Yep.
It is the answer.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and do 20, that way we're at an even number, whoever goes next. Estimate the standard deviation of the measured nitrate concentrate in the Rexford drinking water. And this should be, the standard deviation is 0.2325, so 233.
Yep. That's what I have.
Okay, I got 0.658. Can you tell me again your answer?
It's 0.233.
So how did you?
So you have 0.658, but you're trying to, if you draw the picture that has the 68 and then the 95% and the 99.7%, in the center of that picture is your mean, which is 2.055.
Yep.
All the way to the right is going to be 2.52. All the way to the left is 1.59. And that's 2 standard deviations away, because it tells you up above in the problem that it's going to be 2 standard deviations away. So you want to find how far it is halfway between 2.055 and one extremity. And halfway between would be 1 standard deviation. So you can say either 2.52 minus the mean of 2.055 and then divide it by 2, or you can or you could do it a different way, but that's how I did it.
But using the formula that way doesn't work, because I used Excel and I used the standard deviation formula.
We shouldn't use the standard deviation formula in this case. In this case, you're just trying to figure out the standard deviation, and we do only have, what, the 2 plots? But if you added, I did find that interesting. What did I do yesterday? If you put in that quantitative descriptive status, you put in the 2055, right? And if you put in the 1.59, then they get them to the
I can hear. I can't hear. Can you hear?
You can't. Me again. Do you hear me now? Okay. Sorry,
yeah,
my
I can hear you
daughter's
now.
background noise. Okay, so I went ahead and put those 3 numbers in the quantitative descriptive statistics Excel spreadsheet. So I did the mean, the 2055 that we calculated, and the 1.59 and the 2.55. Okay. And it says this, yeah, 2.52, you're right.
Okay.
And it comes out as the standard deviation is 0.465, which is correct, but that's 2 standard deviations. So you need to take that 0.465, Monica, and divide it by 2 to get 1 standard deviation.
Okay.
Is that making more sense?
Yeah, and I'm gonna do it by myself after
Yeah.
the class, so I can. But thank you.
And then Monica, I think it is your turn again.
Okay. So I didn't finish all this because I was studying all the videos I wanted to be ready, and I didn't realize that we needed to do everything. But between what to measure nitrate concentration to approximately 68% of the data values lie.
So in this case, Monica will explain it to you real quick. So once you get the 0.233 that we got from that previous question, to add that to the 1.59 and also to and then subtract it by the 2. the 2.59. And that'll give us the gap of the 1.823 and the 2.28.
And 2.288?
Yes.
Okay. Then 22. What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score above 5 or 2.0? So we need to take the standard deviation and then use the applet, but I haven't done it, so I'm sorry.
All right, so maybe I'll take the next few. What is the, let's see, that's 24. What is the probability that they
20,
will score
22.
it? Yeah, on our paper, it's like different. Everything's different on the piece of paper that we have.
Which is annoying.
It is annoying. So I have the answer being 0.5. Let's see if it says I have to. What do we round it to?
It doesn't say. Here's your answer.
0.5 is what you got, Kayleen? Charity?
What?
For number 22, did you get 0.5?
Hold on, I haven't done that one yet. I'm trying to read it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What did you get?
What is the probability that random selection? Opt-outs.
I'm going to tell you in a minute. I'm working on that right now.
Go ahead and do it. I got 0.5. And then the next one, I'll tell you what that is when you're ready.
So are you supposed to use the normal probability applet thing for this one, right?
No, this one, well, yes. You find out the same score and then plug it in.
Okay, that's what I thought. But I'm gonna open that up.
But this one's easy because you're just taking the mean, 542.3, and subtracting it from, or you're taking the 542.3 and subtracting it from the same number, which is the mean, which is 0. So the z-score is automatically going to be 0, and you're just trying to find out what above 0 is, and that's just 50%. So that should be easy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But the question is, are we supposed to just write 0.5, you know?
Yeah, 0.5, because the zeros, I don't think they mean some, or do we have to write 3 zeros?
It doesn't say to round to any.
It doesn't say, but the last time, remember, they had us put in the percentage as 50 instead of 50%.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a weird one.
I don't know.
We'll see what it does for our answer.
I don't think.
Yeah. I don't think we have to write it.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm putting is 0.5 for now. Question 23 says, what's the probability that they'll score below 600? And this one, you're going to do the actual z-score, 600 minus the mean, 542.3, and then divide it by the standard deviation of 120.54. Then you plug that number into the applet.
Are they want below or right?
And here again, here I got 0.684, but what are they looking for? Free rounding?
They want
No, I can't believe they didn't say.
below 600.
It say below.
Yep.
0.684.
Yeah, but-
That's what it is.
You just put 0.684.
Yep. And then, yeah, this is annoying that these numbers don't line up. That makes me frustrated. Okay, the number 24.
Yes, the answer was 0.3160?
No, so you have highlighted 2 spots instead of, you've highlighted too much.
No, I only highlighted before. Sorry, below.
Just below the 0.684? Or sorry, just below the 0.477.
You should have the middle and the left.
Why the middle? If the answer is negative, we should only have the left side.
The answer's not
Am I right?
negative. The answer's not negative.
It's not?
No, 600 minus 542.3.
Oh, I did it backwards. Yeah, I did it backwards. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 0.684?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the number 24, keep the answer in there, just keep the applet open. and you're going to see what would happen if it was above that amount, above 600. So if it's above it, it could be 0.316.
0.3316?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what I have. And then number 25, it says find it if it find the GMAT that corresponds to the 10th percentile.
Okay, I forgot how to do this one.
So this one
You
you're
know-
going to put on top the
Yeah,
10th
the 10.
percentile. You're just going to do 0.1 for the 10th percentile, and that'll give you the z-score. And then you're going to plug in the formula for the z-score, which is negative 1.282 equals. Is that what you guys see? Negative 1.282 for the z-score.
That is correct.
Okay, and then you do that equals x minus the mean, which is 542.3 over 120.54, which was that standard deviation.
How do you know that you're supposed to use the negative and not the positive score?
Because when you highlight the 10th percentile, it's only a small amount, so you're highlighting to the left. You're plugging in the 0.10 of the 10 and the applet, and you're just highlighting to the left.
Oh,
The
to the left.
smallest amount, just the 10% of it. And it's going to give you a z-score on the left of a negative amount, the amount that's highlighted.
Okay.
If it's 90 percentile, like the next question, obviously it's going to be the positive number, and it's going to include everything on the left and middle, all the way up until 90%.
Okay. So after you highlight the left, the answer given on the bottom, that's not the answer. You still have to plug in a formula?
You have to plug in the formula into the z-score formula and figure out what x is. So for 25, are you still on 25, Monica?
Yeah, let me check. I don't know the number. Yeah, 25.
Yes,
I'm on
plug in negative
So,
1.282.
yeah, you put negative 1.282 equals
Yeah.
x minus 542.3 over 120.5.
Oh, I remember the formula. Yeah. Okay.
So the answer I got to that is 387.77.
What?
Oh, so 0.768, because it's probably three places.
Well, actually,
Sorry,
it's just around the nearest whole number.
Oh, just kidding. So 388. Thank you.
Okay.
Is everyone understanding that one?
Yeah, I remember the formula. I forgot to. I have all the formulas here, but I don't have that one. So I forgot about that one.
Okay, and then 26, it's almost the same way, except you're doing 90th percentile. I'll just tell you what the answer is that I got. I got 697.
I got 697 as well.
Okay.
And real quick, could you go back up to number 22 and explain that one really fast?
Yep.
Which one?
Number 22. What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score 542.3 on the GMAT?
So what I did is I plugged in 540. I wanted to find out the z-score. So if it's above 542.3, the z-score equals 542.3 minus the mean of 542.3 divided by the standard deviation of 120.54. Well, 542.3 minus 542.3 is 0 divided by 120.54. If you plug in a z-score of 0 and highlight above the 0 mark, it's going to be 50%.
Okay, now I'm totally understanding it. Thank you very much. I was like,
0.50, and who knows if they want that, or I put 0.5, sorry. And who knows if they want that or if they want something else for the answer, but
I just
The price
point
are not specified.
3.5, so I hope it's okay.
Yeah. All right, we're on problem 27. You want me to keep going? I mean, I can keep going as long as you guys want.
Yeah,
27.
Charity could have a turn.
Okay. Charity, you ready?
Or
find the first quartile of the distribution of the GMAT scores. Wait, but if I need the
you
first,
understanding, Charity? So what's the first quartile, Charity?
it's the lowest number, right?
Yes, which is going to be the 25% is the first quartile, right? So
Yeah.
we're kind of doing the exact same thing we did before with the 10th and the 90th. Now you're just going to put in 25, so 0.25 into the applet to start with.
Okay.
Of course, we just want the below.
Is this the thing where I highlight to the left again, or?
Yep, because it's 25%.
So it's minus 0.674?
Hold on real quick, I need new paper.
So I got a different answer, so let's maybe I'll redo it really quick to see.
Yeah, so if we put in 0.25 in the top of the applet, we get a z-score of negative 6.674. Okay.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so then we take that negative 674 and times it by the standard deviation of 120.5, and then you add it to the 542.3, the mean, and you should get a number of 461.056.
That's what I have.
I just have an answer. Where is this formula? Question. Sorry. Where is the formula for the quartile?
Okay. So this formula is for the quartile or for what?
Yeah, because I got the minus 0.674, and then I don't know where, like, the next step.
It's the z-score formula. You're just plugging that into the z-score formula and finding out what x is. So this formula, she said it a different way. She said it how you can do it quickly, but if you plug it into the z-score, just do negative 0.674 equals x minus the mean, 542.3, divided by the standard deviation of 120.54.
Okay.
And then you figure out what x is that way.
So you use this formula for percentiles and quartiles.
A quartile is the same as 25%. Yep, it's the exact same thing as a percentile.
Okay, so which did you got? For what? What was the answer?
461.056.
Sorry, 4610.
461.056.
Yeah, I want to do it by myself so I can.
Yeah.
And they want us to round that to the nearest whole number, so it should be 461.
Oh, thank you. See, I'm not reading the directions every time.
No, you're okay.
Something wrong from that.
Sometimes they give us directions and sometimes they don't. Like that one on 22, they didn't. So I was like, okay.
Okay, so 461.
Yep.
Charity, did you get that with us? Are you with us?
No, I didn't. Hold on. 542. Oh, just kidding. Okay, hold on. I read the numbers wrong. That's what I'm doing. Okay, let me try this one more time.
So that's less than 5, if I'm right, or?
What was that, Melody? Or Monica?
Yeah, I didn't hear that, Monica.
Yeah, which is that, I wanted to read in the book, is less than 5?
It really is. It's because what we're working with is the z-score formula. And in this case, what we're finding is that value is what we're trying to find because we don't know that. But we can find the z-score because they give us the percentile. So there's
so I got
two different ways.
461.05604.
You got it, Charity.
Yeah.
Charity, do you want to do the next one to make sure you got this down?
I just rounded to 461, Charity.
Yeah, okay. So then for the third quartile, what do you do? 75%?
75%?
Okay.
So do we mark both? Yeah.
So then it's the same z-score.
It's the same z-score,
right?
except this time you're going to use that positive number, that 0.674, rather than the negative 0.674.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm working it with Sherry, so I get it.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
But it's still all the same numbers for the formula, right?
You're right, because you're still using standard deviation and you're still using the mean, so the only number that's really changed is that z-score.
0.674.
Minus. X minus. So it's minus the mean.
No, you're gonna,
When 3 divided the standard deviation. Okay.
I got 623.5436.
you got it, Charity.
That's right.
How about you, Monica?
I'm still working. I'm slower, sorry.
No, you're fine. We want to make sure you get it. We all want to do well on this exam, this first exam.
Okay.
Quick advice, I totally forgot about QQ plots and the little curves, whether it's on the line or an S. So I think we should probably go review those too, because I'm guessing they'll throw a picture or two at us. But
Well, you get 1 page of notes, so make sure you're writing
Yeah.
all that stuff down.
I took what those summaries were and copied and pasted them into a Word document and then just shrunk it all. So I got it
Yeah,
all the things in one page.
I did something similar for some of, just the ones I didn't know, just some
Yeah.
of the things.
And then I've just kind of written formulas on it and the box
That's
plot.
good.
I drew some box plots on it.
Me too. I drew one on. Yep, I'm all ready. Like as soon as we're done with this, I'm just going to take it and be done.
Equal.
Hang on, baby. Show a thread there.
So is it 623.54?
It was, yep,
You got it.
yep, that's right. So round it up to the nearest whole answer.
So I got 64.
64?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay.
All right. Should I take number 29?
Sure.
Sure.
Consider a simple random sample of 15 students taking the GMAT. What is the distribution of the sample means for each sample? So in this case, we would take, just walking me through it, we'll take the standard deviation of, we'll take the mean of 542.3 divided by the standard deviation, but that also needs divided by the square root of 15. So I ended up getting a number of 31.123.
Right. And we round to the nearest tenth.
So 31.1.
One. Okay.
And these
This
two
is so
I
the
think
formula
were the
where-
easiest.
Where it's like
These ones are just
the
for last week.
number minus the mean over the standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size.
Sample. You got it.
And we're still using the same numbers.
Yeah, they're still talking about this GMAT scores.
4, 2, 3, square root of 5.
Oh, I did that wrong. What am I doing? Okay, so I just answered number 30. 31.1. The one above should just be the mean. 30
Like what?
should, right? Am I doing this right? Hang on, let me
What
read
is
that.
the mean of the distribution of?
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. 'cause
That's the mean. The mean should just be that same number, the 542.3.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay.
Because it's the normal distribution they told us above, so the mean should just be the 542.3.
Yeah, the mean is the same mean as it is there. You're right.
And then I just answered number 30, which is what is the standard deviation? And that's how you calculate the standard deviation. So that's the 31.1 is 30. And then 31 is what is the probability that the sample mean GMAT scores for a simple random sample of N 15 students will be greater than 600. So in this case, this is where we take that 600 minus the mean of 542.3 and then divide it by the standard deviation divided by the square root of the 15. So I have a z-score. I calculated a z-score of 1.855. Did everyone get that?
Yeah, 1.854, but yeah, that's the z-score, but then you have to calculate the,
Yes. So then we got to go put that number in the applet. And they want just what's greater than, right? What's from the question? Greater than. So it should be the 0.0319.
right?
Yeah, 0.0318.
Yeah, and then you
Hold on,
round
so
it.
what did you guys get for
You round it to 3 decimal places, so 0.032. Okay, go ahead, Charity.
Okay.
What did you guys get for 30?
30 is 31.12.
Okay, I didn't get that right, so hold on.
So I actually put in at the beginning of this, every answer is the same as what I already had, except for the rounding things. But I actually put the first question to be false, so I'm going to submit it with my first one saying false that I you know,
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
alone. And then I'll tell you what I got. So
Wait, I'm confused on number 30. How did you get the 31 point whatever?
Okay, so to get the 30, what you got to do is, okay, so you got to take the mean, which is 542.3, and then you have to divide that by the standard deviation of 120.4, but the standard deviation of 120.4 needs to be divided by the square root of 15, because that's the sample size.
The square root of 15?
Yes, because our sample size is 15, as it tells us just above in
Oh,
question.
15. Okay, I read 5, and I was like, where are you guys getting this
Okay.
number? Okay. Okay,
So-
I was doing it right then. I'm good.
the only problem that is wrong
Okay.
is question 30. And probably because I didn't round it to 3 decimal places.
Yes, that would be correct.
Question,
Okay.
question 30, I just put in, but I didn't round it. I don't know why I just threw it in there. Let's see, question 30 should have been, yeah, we have to round it to 3 decimal places.
So
So,
question 30 should be 31.123.
and I didn't round it to 3. So, but everything else is correct. So you guys should be good to go.
Okay, double check me with
I'm still not
answer.
getting. I'm still not getting 30. Right, you guys said you got 30 point something. How come I'm getting 17?
31.123. So real quick, Charity, just do 120.54 divided by
Yeah.
the square root of 15, 1.5.
Yeah. And that's when I get 31.12.
So you got 30, that's 31 points. So then I go 542.3. Maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I didn't take that next step. 31.123. It should be 17.424.
Okay.
That
that's
is
what I got.
17.424 is actually the correct step. I stopped at getting that other number. So
Okay, I was like, I've done this so many times. What's going on? Okay.
Charity did catch us on that one. So the correct answer for, are you hearing this, Melody? Remember-
Yeah, I have everything right on here. So I'm good. I understand everything.
Should be
So it's 17.424?
should be 17.424, not 31.123.
Wait, no, I'm not hearing you correct.
Okay,
What do you mean it's
So
not
back-
31.123?
it's not 31.123 because essentially to get the standard deviation of the sample means, I stopped at a certain step. If you take that 120.54, which is the
Yep.
standard deviation, right?
Yeah. divided by the square root of 15.
Divided by the square root of 15, you
Yep.
get the 31.123.
Yeah?
Are we done there? Or are we supposed to take that 542.3 divided by that 31.123?
No, because the distribution of sample means definition
You're
is,
right. It's right there.
simply-
Okay, there's the formula. I have it written down. You're right.
Yeah.
So, no,
You
it should
don't
be the
divide it by the mean, so it is
31.123.
the 31.
You're right. We don't divide it by the mean, the 542.3. So it should be 31.123.
Okay,
Gosh, we got to pay attention to those formulas.
okay. Hold on, now let me look at 31. What is probably the sample?
Real quick, while she's looking at that, Melody, what did you put down for 3? Because that's the one I,
I can
thought
hear you. I
I
don't know if it's me, but I can hear
okay.
you.
For number 3,
What's the formula?
that was the 100 and the 112. Is that
Okay.
the question? Let me just
And
go back.
then number 13 was the other one that we were like, which we were debating on.
Okay, number 13
Uh-huh.
is, none of these is correct.
Okay, so it is none of those. I thought it would be the variance, but it's not right. Okay.
Wait, so what number for 31? What number am I plugging into the applet?
Okay,
Am
so
I
first you got to
putting the-
calculate the Z-score. And the Z-score should be the 1.854, correct, is what you got?
Yeah. And then I plug that in to the
So that you should put that into the applet.
1.854.
And you just want what's highlighted on the far right.
Okay. So 0.0319.
Yep. And then they just want you to round it to 3 decimal places. So 0.032
Yeah.
should be the answer there.
Okay. And then you said for number 3, it's none of them. It's not the variance.
That's number 13. So number 13 is none of them. There's a variance. And number 3 is it's the 2 answers. The 100 is the parameter and the 112 is the statistic.
Yeah. So not the variance. So none of these is correct, and then 2 answers for number 3.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know why it wanted us to do that twice. Maybe because
I
they
don't
want to
know
make sure
either.
that you're doing it on your own. Because the grade, of course, if you answer the first one that you're doing it by yourself, you get it wrong, you know, question 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
All right. Well, good luck, ladies, with the exam that's now open.
All right. Does anyone have any more questions before we end this recording?
I think I'm all good.
All right. Looks like Monica left us anyway. So.
Oh. She may have lost connection because she was having problems hearing me. So maybe she decided she was having a hard time hearing.
Okay.